for. But I'm a gamer, and I don't care. If I'm going to game with you, we're going to play a video game.
Right.
It doesn't matter where you are. And this is why you see me. I say things like, exclusivity needs to go away. We just need to make
What? Why?
Oh, yes.
What? Why? Airbox. I told you, man. These dudes be crying about exclusives. That's why your game's available on PC, man. What's wrong with you ponies, man? Just accept reality.
Why? That don't make no sense.
Oh, yeah. It don't make no sense. That's the reason why PlayStation is putting their games on Steam. It makes no sense. That's why PlayStation has put their games on the Nintendo Switch. Explain to us, King Thrash, where it doesn't make sense. Because if it didn't, PlayStation wouldn't be doing it. Like, what's wrong with you? What? Why?
That's a whole different conversation.
No, well, let's have it real quick. Because that never made sense. How to make money. And then tell them the worst way to make it. I never understood that. Like, tell me how it makes sense for exclusives not to be around.
Okay. Your claim where the consumer tells the producer how to actually make money being absurd is actually a
absurd.
I agree with you. However, if the customer chooses not to give the producer money and it affects the producer has themselves to blame.
Okay, but these producers are making money. Okay, go ahead.
But how they making money if people ain't buying the games? That's the reason why they going third party, King Thrash. Why do you think PlayStation is putting their live service and subscription games on other platforms, including Xbox? Oh, that's right, because it's more money. That's why. So they could build a community out of it. Because if the game stayed exclusive, the game would have potentially filled like Concord and possibly Marathon when that comes out. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Exclusivity deals, they have their challenges. They have their wins. Now, I also, and somebody called me out on this, they said, VG, you do know that the third-party developer also has the right to do what they want with their game. I said, honestly, bro, I didn't think about that. So, yes, they have the right to do whatever they want with their game. But they should not come crying back like Square Enix is about their profitability basically hitting the bottom bin.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean crying back? What do you mean, like, Square Enix crying back?
Square Enix
Crying
right
back to that third party?
They're facing a financial challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Where the games that they put exclusive, now that could be many things. It could be that their game just sucked too. That's probably why they sell,
Well, I mean, think about it. Final Fantasy 15, every successful, from this point forward, especially when they started doing it around PS3 and 360, has been multi-plat. You get what I'm saying? The Square fans are divided. They're on different platforms, so it only makes sense for Square to make the games multi-platform, considering that that's what they were pushing for during the PS3 and 360, and a little bit of the Xbox One and PS4.
Also, it could be that the game was just not up to par.
Right? I think almost every Square Enix game was coming out on PC though.
Yeah, they're doing that now because, right? Because their sales depending on just PlayStation, has not been as profitable as other companies.
You're one of those guys.
Oh, you're one of those guys. You hear, man? Listen to this dude. Oh, you're one of those guys.
That Square was talking about PlayStation, huh?
Oh, yeah, they most definitely was talking about PlayStation. That's why they said Final Fantasy 16 and 7 wasn't enough, and that game was exclusive. So there's no excuse for that. Those games weren't on no other platform, Thrash. Like, why you capping, man? VG Fight School, man, this dude didn't even want to do the rematch. He left the game because he was getting cooked. Now he gonna get cooked again for the third time.
No, hold on. Don't go throw me under the bus yet.
I'm not. I'm just going by what you just said. You just said PlayStation.
Their exclusivity with PlayStation, because they have made games exclusive to PlayStation that they eventually brought to other platforms.
There goes all that salty popcorn on the PlayStation ponies.
Okay.
They went back to their shareholders. Spoken.
All that pony dust from them crystals.
Shareholders after Final Fantasy 16 launch, that it could have been better in terms of sales and profits.
Well, yeah. Okay, but wait. Okay, go ahead.
Their shareholders came out just the other day. One of their shareholders
Getting
said
cooked.
that one of their biggest challenges are their losses, and basically they were comparing Square Enix with other players like Capcom and EA.
You fucking took the time to understand what they're saying.
I mean, did you take the time to understand what VG just told you, man? At the end of the day, regardless of the shareholders at the end of the day, they went back to a multi-platform strategy because they weren't making enough money on one singular platform. It's that simple. Stop trying to overcomplicate things to get people to understand your fanboy perspective, King Thrash.
What are you saying?
Like,
what are you saying?
For example.
Oh yeah.
No. You're reading what journalists are telling you, right? And these journalists don't start shit.
No. I read the first 10 pages of the Investor's 100 PowerPoint slide.
Even if you did it, it doesn't matter. The game still popped up on another platform, which also go against your exclusive argument. You're saying that, whoa, VG Fight School, exclusives matter, but yet these games are doing better when they're multi-platform, which completely goes against your own argument. You big dummy. You don't need a game journalist or some financial advisor report to be able to figure these things out. It's not that complicated, but obviously VG goes, a little bit more deeper with it, and that's obviously what he's trying to tell you, but you keep trying to be like, no, dismiss it, no, that can't be, they made enough money on Sony.
Scathing remarks to Square Enix.
I know.
It's there. This is not a journalist.
Okay, but
here we go with the buts.
Aren't understanding that Square made more exclusives for Nintendo than they did PlayStation.
Oh, now he want to bring back the old days of the NES. Bro, get the hell out of here with these claims, man. And that was because the NES was a very popular console at the time of its release with illegal contracts. That is all. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? Don't tell me you're using that as an argument. Oh, well, Square made more exclusive. And on top of that, he's going to probably bring up Octopath Traveler if he's talking about something new. Guess what? Octopath Traveler doesn't have the same budget of a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, does it? Come on, man. Thrash, you looking bad. And what's even worse, the games are multi-plat because those games eventually did drop on other platforms, no different than your precious PlayStation 5 exclusives, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. So what are we even really arguing? That's still not a good argument because those games still came to other platforms.
Like, when they're saying this, why do you think you see like those like fucking Octopath and shit? You fucking see that one tactics game, and Square Enix has made more exclusives for cell phones and Nintendo than they have PlayStation. So it's like when they say they're gonna stop making exclusives, it's not just PlayStation just because Final Fantasy was on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's where their bigger budget games are on, though, Thrash. I mean, you're comparing come on, bro. Y'all like GameStop, man. This dude's getting cooked. You're comparing something in the scale of a mobile game in comparison to a AAA game where Square is putting $400 million into a budget. That is a night and day difference, bro. Like, what are you not understanding here, bro? At the end of the day, and regardless if you don't understand it, the games went to another platform, which automatically accuses of your so-called exclusive game argument. So regardless of how many times you try to spin this narrative, it doesn't matter because the games end up dropping somewhere else. Case closed, bro.
It's all of them. Like, Square Enix is trying to make an excuse to their investors
here we go.
as to why they're not selling as much as they used to sell.
Well, they don't sell as much as they used to sell because the games is, bro, I swear, man, and you guys talk about, these guys would destroy you in the... These guys want to destroy nothing. If anything, they destroyed my brain cells. Okay? What are you talking about, man? Look at that. VG Fight School whooping his behind already. Look at it. He got his back turned. Please don't hurt me, VG. Please. Beating up on you ponies, man. Went to the ponies den and started opening a can of whoop ass on all you ponies. Look at that, they running away. Yeah, you don't want VG Fight School. Look at that. You thought I was just playing, man. I told you, VG Fight School, man. Out here giving y'all a martial arts lesson. Out here whooping y'all behind like Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee. Hey, yo, man. Look at that. Seeing you guys all at Walmart making y'all flying off the shelves like those PS5 consoles selling.
But they're not.
They can't handle them. Oh, they running.
Like which is a valuable fucking explanation as to what's going on. But at the same time, they're not putting out games as good as they used to be.
Oh, now all of a sudden they were good when they were exclusive, but when it came on Xbox, they're no longer good no more. What are you talking about? These are the same games they've been putting out for everybody, bro. What are you talking about? Rebirth has very similar gameplay to the remake that came out on PS4, which was an exclusive, and all these other games. What are you talking about, bro? You have no argument, man. At the end of the day, regardless if they're good or not, exclusive did not help the quality of the game, which is what you guys say does, right? They build it off the hardware of the PS5, take full advantage. Well, that also goes against another argument, because you guys say exclusives fundamentally improve the game, which you just admitted that it doesn't. Oh my goodness. He getting cooked.
The PS2 days, the PS1 days?
Those days was different, and let me explain. Here we go. With the 19, I told you, Mr. Unk don't understand. All right? King Unk. Listen, Unk. What you don't get is the fact that the PS1, yes, it was very successful. It was very easy to develop games for. But you have to understand, at that time, during the Sega Saturn and all these other platforms like 64, it was harder to develop games on the Saturn. It was harder to develop games around the 64 megabyte constraints of the N64. So obviously, companies would gravitate. And it's funny because I actually discussed this in my live stream, to the platform that sold the most. Because technically speaking, if you wanted to make a game for the 64, you kind of had to rewrite everything, right? Sega Saturn had quads, PlayStation 1 had tris, and N64 had 64 megabyte restrictions with FMV, which a lot of third party was using at that time, and it couldn't fit and compress a lot of those games onto the cartridge. How do you guys not understand that? That's the reason why the PlayStation was favored in regards to ports. But that stuff doesn't matter anymore, because most games are being downgraded from the PC and to be optimized on console. That's it. It's that simple. What you guys don't get, the hardware is not unique anymore. We've told you guys this. You guys don't understand. Well, not VG. When I mean you guys, these PlayStation fanboys, y'all don't understand this. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully VG Fight School sees this video and he can confirm everything that I'm saying to y'all, because everything he's saying is valid. So when you bring up PS1 and PS2 days, understand that the hardware and the architecture was much different than the competition, as well as the console selling, which also dictated more third party going to the console. It's gaming history, guys. Come on, man. There's nobody in this community that knows gaming history in regards to console gaming more than I do. Right, VG, he got it when he got it in regards to gaming, but he's a PC dude. But I most definitely know it about the regards of that within console gaming.
They was killing shit, but they're no longer killing shit.
I said it could be that the game sucked. I don't play.
Well, it's not even just sucking. Like Final Fantasy VII already turned off Final Fantasy enthusiasts by not being turn-based to begin with.
No. Don't use that argument, because that's what they preferred. That still doesn't accuse the fact that 15 did far better than it. You're like, damn, Games, you too good. What are you talking about? Oh, what do you mean? The Final Fantasy community don't care about the turn-based. Why do you think they like games like Kingdom Hearts? And Final Fantasy 15, which was very popular in comparison than what we got with 7 Rebirth. What are you talking about? If anything, that's what the Final Fantasy fan wanted.
All right, so just that choice alone already affected the many people.
No, there wasn't very many. It's no different than the Resident Evil fans. Yes, there was some diehard 1-2 million Resident Evil fans, but at the end of the day, the vast majority liked the style and action of the newer games. That's why Capcom decided to go back and make Resident Evil 4 more of an action game, as well as 5, because they wanted to make a game very similar to the movies that they had, which obviously was to gravitate towards the casuals. You guys don't know gaming history, man.
They wanted a remake of Final Fantasy VII, but they went and they changed Final Fantasy so much that motherfuckers just didn't like it.
They did not change it that much, because Final Fantasy VII, the first one, sold well on PS4. 7 Rebirth is supposed to be, well, there's obviously issues, but it's supposed to be an improvement of the first game. So that means that people didn't even care to finish the rest of the game.
Some people did, but a lot of new people to the series also came in because it was tailored for the new type of gamer who wants more action in their shit. Final Fantasy 16 suffered from this as well. It was basically Devil May Cry. And it got
that's funny because when I said it, y'all said it was an exclusive and it didn't matter.
It's
funny how all these complaints come out now that the game's a multiplayer. I find it so funny.
Who love Final Fantasy as a turn-based or RPGs.
No, they don't. No, they don't. That's like saying Resident Evil fans love that Resident Evil go back to its fixed camera and its survival horror roots. No, they don't, bro. Stop capping, man. Stop capping, bro. See, you guys love to cap, man, but you really don't know anything.
No sense to watch it turn into something like that. They're like, I didn't buy a Final Fantasy game to play fucking Devil May Cry. I don't like Devil May Cry games. So then
it doesn't matter because the vast majority of people played 15, and even if you want to use 16 as an excuse, that's still not a proper excuse for Rebirth because Rebirth was a calling back to the original game. So you still can't use that as an argument because they liked it, that one. They liked it, the first Final Fantasy VII in Midgar, and they liked it 15, which had very similar gameplay.
But the action people who look at Final Fantasy they're not thinking action games.
He's throwing you around. Look at that. He's throwing Thrash.
Look
at that. He's throwing them around.
And changed the game and tried to switch.
They didn't change the game with Rebirth. It's pretty much the same game with much more content. Obviously, there's some issues. Obviously, a lot of padding. But I'm saying, if you was a fan of the first game, you should be a fan of Rebirth, which we clearly did not see going forward with the PlayStation 5 exclusive release.
People who like certain type of games not realizing that the action people not even paying attention to Final Fantasy since it's always been that way. And the people
it hasn't always been. And look at the sales of 15, bro. What are you talking about? Look at the sales of 15. What are you talking about?
All Final Fantasy are pissed off because it's an action game. When they wanted to, they just should have fucking evolved the turn-based way.
No, it wouldn't have worked. That's the reason why Square decided to do the action combat, because the turn-based was failing. See, this is how you know these guys don't know what they're talking about. Maybe if you guys put more time in playing video games instead of going on Twitter arguing with people every day, maybe you would know that, Thrash.
These games to keep that there. But they've lost that now.
Just like Capcom did when they were reinventing the Resident Evil series.
Right.
I mean, investors actually they put that in the slide. They said lack of continuity of series. Basically, they called Square Enix out. You know what I mean? Now, you also got to go ahead and think about it this way. They were probably taking a risk. If you think about it, like somebody said in the chat, they changed it like,
"This is in danger. Somebody got to go." Hold on. Hey!
Man, even his dog's telling him to get off, man. You can't roast it right now. Get off the mic, Thrash. Man, even his dog don't even like it.
Lose his mind and become old Kratos is when the trains is in danger. When the trains is in danger, somebody got to go.
Somebody about, are you saying that in regards to your dog? Like, hold on, just hear it. Just listen to it.
That's the only time you actually see him in the cinematic parts lose his mind and become
keyword, lose his mind.
Old Kratos is when the train
become old Thrash.
Is in danger. When the train is in danger, somebody got to go.
Somebody got to go, and that's King Thrash's dog.
Hold on. Hey! Get your ass the fuck up.
I told you, man. Look at that. Even his dog roasted. VG Fight School whooping you. Get off the microphone. You feed me my dog bone. Listen, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. King Thrash, you got cooked. You got cooked in the game. And you got cooked in the debate. And now you got cooked in this response, man. You ponies never win, man. I find it so funny. But my exclusive. Hey!